To the unfortunate demise of global efforts to reduce carbon emissions, the Trump administration pulled out of the Paris Climate Agreement. This is just the beginning of the climate struggle that is taking place in Washington, D.C. Unlike many other places, the District of Columbia is facing a crucial debate on energy use and climate mitigation, though its physical impacts from climate change are limited. The United States has long been a leader in global climate regulation, and now we find ourselves in a precarious situation. What does the future hold? As always, the most realistic solution balances reducing emissions and preserving economic integrity. As we stand now, natural gas is the cheapest form of energy in our nation, but hydroelectric and wind sit closely behind. So what are some strategies Washington could implement to reduce emissions and further reduce the effects of climate change globally, specifically on countries who are more physically and economically vulnerable? Two rather expensive options are carbon sequestration and insulation reduction. Carbon sequestration could be effective at reducing emissions, but the process itself defrays a high cost to industry or the government. Insulation reduction, or injection of sulfates into the atmosphere, is rather expensive as well, and it does nothing to reduce emissions, hence it is only a temporary solution. By far, however, the most inexpensive and effective solution is the reduction of emissions in the first place. The United States government could readily reinforce a system that taxes carbon emissions or implements a carbon cap. This economic forcing would allow for more gradual shift to clean energy, and would permanently dampen the impacts of climate change off into the future. With the United States in a powerful position, it could be a global leader in carbon reduction. Likewise, as global ambitions increase to avoid or remove carbon dioxide emissions, probabilities of large increases in global temperatures by 2100 are proportionately reduced. This would both improve livelihood locally and likewise improve the quality of life around the globe.